Hi, it's Adam with WebStarts.com. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to create a cosmetic store website. So if you're selling makeup online or something that has to do with cosmetics and you want to create your very own website with e-commerce capability, then this is the video for you. I'll be covering everything from creating your first product to designing your actual website, and I'll also be giving you tips on how to set up things like your payment processor, your shipping rules, and your tax collection rules, and things of that nature as well. All right, before we dive in, I want to invite you to tap the subscribe button and also ring the notification bell. That way you're the first to find out when I release a new video on web design, internet marketing, search engine optimization, and a variety of similar topics. For this video, I'm going to be using WebStarts.com. That's a website builder. The reason why I like WebStarts is number one, because it's easy to use. Number two, it's extremely flexible, so I can create just about anything that I see online. And number three is it's very capable. So you're able to add things like your very own blog and online store. So you can create things like blog posts to drive traffic to your website. And then, of course, create a full featured online store so you can sell your products as well. All right, so I'm at webstarts.com. I click on Get Started. It's free. It's completely free to sign up and create an account with WebStarts and build your first website. In the next step, you're going to choose a design. All of these templates are 100% customizable and can be changed at any time, so you can't make a mistake by choosing the wrong one. So don't be afraid to just select from one that's available. Over here on the left sidebar, you can click on Online Store, and then you can even drill down by category to something like health and beauty. So I'm just going to select this template to work with. So I click on Select. And in this step, of course, I'm going to just be adding my name and my email address and choosing a password that I'm going to use to log back into my online store. So I'm going to be using what's called an email alias for this. And select my password. And then click sign up. In the next step, you're going to want to confirm your account with your mobile phone. So enter your mobile phone number. This just prevents spammers and scammers. You'll get a little code on your mobile device. You'll want to enter that. As soon as you enter it, it'll begin to process. And then in this next step, what you're going to do is select a web address for your cosmetic store website. And you have two options here. The first one is totally free, and the second one requires you to upgrade to one of the paid subscription plans. The first option is just creating a free .webstarts.com web address. And the second option over here would be if you're ready to go ahead and commit with your very own top level domain name. So this would be something like yourcosmeticstore.com. You would enter this route, but it does require you to upgrade to a paid subscription before that domain name will resolve. You can always add that domain later. So for this example, I'm just going to say cosmetic store and click continue. And you can also select this option here that says choose later if you just want to skip that step and set it up at another time. Once you've created your online store, you're going to be greeted by a modal pop-up that has a getting started video. This is going to show you the things you need to know to get started. I recommend you watch that, but I'm just going to close it out because I'm creating my own demo here. This next view that you see is called the dashboard. This is where you can find all of your site-wide account functions. So you can see these are the different apps that you can activate for this specific website, and you can create additional websites by clicking here and selecting the option to create a new site if you want to manage more than one website or online store within your WebStarts account. All right, I'm going to show you how to begin editing your pages. You're going to do that in the page editor by hovering over the thumbnail and clicking Edit Site. You can select your pages from the drop-down in the top left. So if you want to edit a page other than your home page, you would just select it from this drop down, and then you can make edits and changes to it. Everything about WebStarts is drag and drop. That means you can place an element on a page. For example, I can place a line of text and drag and drop it where I want it to appear, and I can just click to delete it, this little red X. And you can double click on any of the existing content and just change the content by double clicking on it and accessing, in this example, a text box. You can select the elements and increase the width using the handles, things of that nature, and then you can use the guidelines to spot things up. If you want to do something like change out this background image to one that's more reflective, just double click on it and then you can choose one. So I've searched from the existing library to find something that's reflective of my cosmetic store. I'm just going to choose this image, but you can select any one you want, and you can even upload one from your local computer. And in this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be using some mock-up images for different products that I'm going to sell in my cosmetic store online. If I want to change the name of the store, I can do that just by selecting the option there. And you can always save your changes as you go along just by clicking on the save icon. Anytime you want to see what your live website will look like, just click on the View Site button, and that shows you what a live view of your site will look like. You can see here I have all of these pre-populated products, but we're not going to use those for this demo. And up here you have the store bar. If you don't want your store bar to be shown on a specific page, just uncheck that option under the View tab, like so. You can also change things like the color of your store bar just by selecting it and then choosing the background. All right, let's talk about how to activate the store application in WebStarts. When we were on the dashboard earlier, you should have noticed the store app panel. That's where you're going to usually manage your store. But if you missed it, you can just click on the store icon on the sidebar while you're in the page editor view. So once you click on that, it might take a couple of minutes for your store to set up, just like so. But now your store is set up and you're ready to begin adding products to your online store. Now what happened in the background there is we actually set you up with a way to accept credit card payments using WePay by Chase Bank. And an email was sent to the email address you used to sign up for your WebStarts account. And in that email is a button that says confirm. And when you click that button, you'll be asked to confirm your account and also enter your banking information so that when you make a sell from your website, they know where to deposit the money into your bank. All right, let's take a look at how the store works. There's a couple of things you're going to need to decide that are business logic about any store, and that's going to be the shipping and the tax rules. So you can find the shipping rules under shipping, and the first time you go there, you'll see a short video that explains how the shipping rules work. But in this section, you can add a new shipping rule. I have a shipping rule for the United States by default and for the rest of the world. So if somebody makes a purchase from me and they're within the United States, I'm shipping to and from the United States. So I have these specific shipping rules, like for example, the rates and how long it takes for the shipment to arrive to people in the United States. But if somebody, let's say in Australia, places an order with me, that falls under the rest of the world category. And then there's separate shipping rules there. Your shipping rules are really going to depend on your business logic. If you want to offer free shipping to everybody, you can do that. If you want to charge them a flat rate or by weight, you can do those things as well. But chances are you're going to want to set up different shipping rules depending on where you're shipping from and where you're shipping to. Okay. Likewise, if you click on taxes and you add a new tax rule, you're going to want to set up your tax collection based on whatever your local tax laws are. and any of the jurisdictions that you sell in. So I can't tell you what those are going to be for your store, but for the most part, you can send items without collecting tax when you're sending them from one state to another state in the United States. But you'll need to refer to your local laws for things like tax rules because, of course, we can't provide you legal advice. Under the settings tab, you'll see a few different things. One is the store name. So I'm just going to change that to cosmetic store. Also, the store email address. That's the email address where the receipts go or come from. And then you can enter your store phone number, and you can also add a store logo if you want. I'm actually going to upload something from my local computer for my store logo, which is actually my product image, which you're going to see me add this product image again later. So I've added that. And I can also tweak my payment settings. Like, for example, I can choose to accept PayPal, and I can allow comments at checkout. Down here, I can change from like imperial measurements to metric if I'm selling in Europe, for example, that kind of stuff. So whenever you make a change, just be sure to click on update so those changes are updated. And another thing I want to draw your attention to that we're going to use a little bit later is test mode. I'm going to switch the account into test mode at some point, and I'm going to show you how to run a test transaction, but I'm not ready to do that just yet. So let's move on over to products, and let's create our first product. Click on add your first product and give this product a name. I'm just going to call this product lipstick because that's what it is. And then give it a description. I don't really have a great description, but I'm just going to say this is a high quality, beautiful lipstick. You put whatever description you want. In the next section, you can put tags. So tags are used because there's a search feature that people can type search terms into on your website. You can choose to display it or not display it, but the tags help that product be returned when somebody uses those specific search terms to find those products in your store. Next, I'm going to select a product image. You can select multiple product images. So if you have several images, you could select those and display them there. So like, for example, you can see I added that one. I'm going to delete it. And you can also display videos for your product just by clicking there and then uploading your videos or selecting a video from a YouTube channel. Now it's time to give my product a price. I'm just going to say mine is $10. And then you can optionally charge tax for a specific product. So if you want to charge tax, you can do it there. SEO is where you can create a search engine friendly URL. It just gives you a better chance of getting found online because your URL is friendly. So let's say, for example, this is let's say this is an organic lipstick. I don't even know if that's a thing, so bear with me. I put organic dash lipstick so that when somebody searches for that online, it's more likely to show up as a search result. In the category section, you can add as many categories as you want. You can assign products to multiple categories. So I can have this in my lipstick section. So I just add that as a category. I am going to enable the shipping option. You don't need to require shipping. And I'm just going to say the shipping is £1. You can also put the length of the package required by the shipping here. I'm not going to do that for this step. You can hide a specific product from your store catalog. So if you have a special price or product that you don't want to make publicly viewable, on your store, you would just enable this toggle. Variants is an option that you probably want to use with lipstick. You can create any kind of variant you want. So for example, you can do a variant by size, or you can say it's by color. So let's say you have different colors of lipsticks. You could enter the different colors here. I don't know the different colors of lipstick, but you can enter them there, and you can enter additional variants. And then you can also upload specific photos for each variant and videos, and you can give each variant its own price. Okay, inventory management you don't have to use, but you can get notified when you're running out of stock. And I'm not going to use those for now, but you can check into those. And digital delivery, which I'm not going to use either. I'm going to click create. That's going to create my first product. Okay, now I see that my product is listed. All of your products will appear here in the list. And then if you want to see what that product looks like on your live store, just click that expand view option. And then you can see what that looks like on the store page, or on the product page, I'm sorry. Let me show you how to edit those specific product pages. I'm going to go ahead and close this out. We're going to go back into our page editor. We're going to go down to product, because that was my product page. And then on the product page, I have the product page widget, which includes all of the information about my specific product. But I can drag that and move it around my page, so it doesn't need to just stay in that one spot. And I can even add other elements to this page as well. Like I could add a line of text up here, for example, if I wanted. And I could push this down the page, of course, to create more space. Clicking the settings icon, I can choose to do things like, for example, I can make my categories a drop down instead of appear in a sidebar if I like that layout better. I can remove my categories list altogether. I can also choose to disable the other options, like my product search, my sorting options, and my sidebar checkout as well. So I'm going to leave sidebar checkout checked. That way you can see what that looks like. So a sidebar checkout is just something that you'll allow if you want people to add a product to their page, but you don't want them to navigate away from the shopping experience. So go back to my home page, and then I'm going to select the shop. I click on my product. I add it to my cart. Oops, got to choose a color option first. That is the sidebar. So otherwise, if they add it to their cart, they just move right along to the checkout experience. So they're going to go straight into their cart view, for example, which is right here, where they can adjust the quantity and things like that. So you can choose those different options. You can also choose to edit the store layout. And if you do this and you click on the settings icon, you can change the number of columns that your products are displayed in, and also the number of rows that are displayed. You can change whether the images are fit or they're cropped. For example, you could change the aspect ratio. So if you have items that are really tall, like this lipstick, you might want to choose a tall aspect ratio versus a kind of stubby or shorter one. Once again, here you can choose to display the categories and the product search and the sorting options as well. So if you didn't want those to appear because they made it maybe more cluttered than what you like the look of, you could disable those. And as always, you can save your changes just like so. All right, there are a few other things that you probably want to do before you start publishing your store. So one of the things that you're going to want to do is acquaint yourself in the Manage Store view with the Orders tab. That's where your orders are going to show up. You're going to receive order notifications by default through text, email, and also a push notification on the dashboard. So if I click here and I return to the dashboard view, you're going to see an area where you can receive push notifications in the dashboard right up here in the top. And if you do receive an order, you're going to get a notification up there. And you're also going to get a notification if somebody tries to place an order and that order fails, so that will give you a chance to recover that order. I'm going to show you how to test this store, and then before we finish, I'm going to show you how to add a domain name to this store. Okay, so we're back on the dashboard. This time I'm going to be accessing the store application through the store panel on the dashboard. And it's a little bit different than what we did earlier while we were in the page editor. We accessed it through the icon on the sidebar. All right, one side note, you can add coupon codes, promotional codes. Just go here, click add coupon. You can do it by amount, percentage, or you can offer free shipping. You create the code, so you create the promo code, whatever you want it to be called. So if you wanted it to be called discount, you would just type that in there and then somebody would enter it. You can choose the amount or the percentage. You can apply it to specific products, all products, or you can require people to spend a certain amount before it's valid. You can make it expire, never expire, or limit that coupon code by the number of uses. So there's a lot of great things you can do there. I'm not going to get into creating that in detail in this video, but just be aware that it's got that feature, which is very helpful. Also, under the customers tab, that's where your customer data is going to show up. WebStarts does allow you to create what's called a returning customer login. That means that when somebody goes to check out, they have the option to save their email address and select a password so they don't need to re-enter their shipping and billing information each time they make a purchase from your online store. That's very important for getting people to return back to your online store and make a purchase from you time and time again, because it makes it convenient for them. They won't have to add that shipping and billing information each time they make a purchase. So we're going to run a test transaction here. We're going to go to settings. I'm going to flip this into test mode. You get a warning that says, hey, don't forget this is in test mode, because if you leave it in test mode and you sell a product and you deliver it to somebody, you're not going to collect the money. It's not going to get deposited in your bank, and you're going to be out of that money. So make sure if you put it in test mode, you bring it back out of test mode, back into live mode later. All right, I'm going to close this out altogether. I'm going to go to my store, and now I'm just going to do a test purchase. So I've got something already in my cart. I go up there. It's $10. I click checkout. I didn't upload a logo for my store. I'm going to add my personal information. Phone number. Put in an address here. It's not my real address, so don't send me love letters. Now I can check this box if I want to save this for next time, and that's where I can confirm my password if I'm somebody making a purchase from your store. I'm going to skip that step. I'm going to select the option that my shipping is the same as my billing, because I think that's pretty common. My only shipping method that I set up was a $10 delivery fee, which is too high for a $10 item, but you have to choose your shipping rules, as I talked about earlier. I'm not going to pay with PayPal. I'm going to pay with credit card, and I'm going to use a test credit card number. Now, pay close attention here, because this is the test credit card number that is used universally on the web. It's just 42424242. Then for date, put any date in the future, and then for security code, put any security code. And remember, this is only going to work because I'm in test mode. Okay, I'm not in live mode, so you can't enter a fake credit card number and then expect the transaction to go through in live mode, because of course it's going to generate a decline. So I click continue, and then in the last step, I'm going to place my order. Now, as soon as my order is placed, I get a confirmation page showing me what I purchased and things like that. Okay, then I also get an email sent to me as the customer, and you as the store owner will get an email notification, a text notification, and a push notification back here in the dashboard. So the next time you come to your dashboard, you refresh, and there's a notification there that says you have one new order. You're going to click on that to get the order info, so you know where to send the product and which product to send. Okay. If you don't want to get all of those notifications, maybe it's too noisy for you, you can change them just by clicking on this and then clicking settings, and then you can disable things like the text message and the email notifications from the store app. You also get notifications from a form app. So if you're collecting leads through a form, you can get notifications doing that too, which, by the way, a great add-on is the email marketing, because when you collect the email addresses using the form, the email addresses are automatically populated into a marketing list, and then you can send people emails about sales you're running and things like that. So it's very helpful. All right, if you want to get in there and look at your customer info, click on your store panel again, go to customers. There you'll see the data. You can click there. You need to upgrade to get all these little goodies information. You can enter your tracking information once you ship the product, and then another email will be sent to your customer saying, hey, the product is shipped and it's on the way and you can expect it in this many days. And that really reduces the number of customer service phone calls. All right, I think that I have about covered everything you need to create your own online cosmetic store or makeup store. And if you're not selling cosmetics or you're not selling makeup, this video really applies to anything that you want to sell through the online store module with WebStarts. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to tap subscribe and ring the notification bell and go to webstarts.com to sign up to create your very own free online store. And thank you for watching.